And I'm feeling good.
Hello, hello, hello. It's TeMeka of Love Inspired TV. Um, so I didn't go over to this way, babe. I didn't go over to All Star Seafood and Sports. I just ran out of time, had taken care of quite a few things, and it's good news. It's a great day. I'm so happy to have y'all, but still always shouting out and appreciative of Robert um, over at All Star Seafood and Sports. Hi, pretty good. I'm excited. It's our first time at this Yardbird location. I've been to the one in Miami.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Our OG location.
Yeah. So my daughter and I would like to. Well, I'd like to introduce her to it. We don't have reservations.
Oh, no worries. See where I'm gonna put you. Somewhere comfy.
This is not the only Chicago location, though, is it? It is? Okay.
We're like the states we are in. We're like the only one in that state.
Okay, got you.
Do you mind if I grab a phone number?
No, not at all.
And a first name.
TeMeka.
TAMIKA.
TEMEKA. My mom wanted me to be special.
She's right about that.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's special.
Yes.
How
But
can
in
you
our
be
own way.
special if you're everybody?
Yes.
Then, whatever.
Right.
Yes.
Like call me?
Yeah. So pretty in here.
Thank you.
Love it. Great. Thank you.
Get a bigger
Michaela, you want to sit on the booth side or do you want to sit? That's so cute. I like it. Oh, I have my little phone holder.
Enjoy your dinner.
Thank you. Can you hold this for a second? I gotta get the little stand out. Okay, so we're celebrating good news today. All right, so for those of you who don't know what the LITE Firestarters podcast is about, LITE stands for Love Inspired Teaching, which is a sales and marketing company that I own that can create a customized plan for your business. Or we also do coaching as well. And the podcast is actually one of the tools that we use to help our clients in promoting their businesses. But we do it in a fun way. And what makes it a Firestarter is that we do spicy topics. So it can be related to relationships. It can be related to finances or wealth, and it can be related to spirituality, and of course health and wellness, because those are all areas of expertise for me, because I've worked in several for different industries, but always in sales and marketing, different fields. And my daughter is an entrepreneur as well. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce my lovely daughter, who actually is an artist, and she sells her stickers. She used to have several businesses, actually, and she actually has a YouTube channel as well. She's not as active on her YouTube channel, but while she introduces herself, I'm going to peruse the menu, because as you heard, we are at Yardbird. We came without reservations, and it's partly because our hotel actually has a little special incentive that got us here. Hi. All right, introduce yourself, babe.
Hello, my name is Michaela. As you already know, I'm my mom's daughter. So I run the sticker business of Kay Kay Doodlez. As my mom said, I've had other sticker business, not sticker businesses, but I've had other businesses. The other ones, I don't think I was fully prepared to run, and I might have just been trying them out for fun. And I believe all of them were in jewelry or bracelet making. But today I'm doing stickers. Maybe I'll expand to some other things like prints, sticker sheets instead of just vinyl ones. I go to art school, and I really just love art. and all of my stickers are inspired by the things I see and enjoy, media I consume, stuff like that.
So where can they buy your stickers? They can only buy them in person?
Yeah, so I don't do online buying. I may or may not think about giving them to a seller to have them have a seller have someone who would sell my work buy my stickers from me and sell it at their price. I'm not really sure about that. I don't know if we will ever get in the actual online business because it would just be like a lot of work for me. But I do come to some art events. I have a Pinterest account, but Pinterest isn't exactly the place to be looking at things I'm going to do. So I'm gonna try.
Surprise to my daughter. What I'm sharing with her is that her mom has a website, and if you would like to purchase my daughter's stickers, I will be posting them. Not this week because we're moving. But I will post her stickers for sale on my website, and you can purchase them, and we will ship them to you. So you'll have to pay for shipping, or at any of our live podcasts at All Star Seafood and Sports, I will make sure that she gives me a few stickers. So if you'd like to make a purchase to support my daughter and her brand, Kay Kay Doodlez, I can make that easier for her and show her how I will take care of all that another day. But without further ado, let's get into spring break. And we will be interrupted because we will be ordering, and we're not probably going to go a full hour today. But I asked my daughter if she wanted to be my guest, and I said we were discussing what topics we would do. And so part of our spring break experience is being at Yardbird, but we won't start with that because we haven't tried anything just yet. I've been to Yardbird, like I said, in Miami, which was their flagship location. But I would like for Michaela to share, how are you liking spring break so far? And her spring break technically started yesterday, but really, obviously, it started on Friday as soon as school let out. So, Michaela, I'm going to let you tell me what your expectations of spring break were and how you like it so far.
From spring break, I didn't expect like too much. My real expectation was just have fun, do a couple things instead of staying in the house and rotting in my bed all day. But so far we've gone to quite a few places. Like
Wait a couple minutes to order.
Like the Children's Museum.
She's gonna have to pause. Sorry. Did you want to do? We're gonna do this because we're staying nearby. Did you want to do the starter or the dessert?
Like you
With
only
this.
get one
Yeah, with this, but I mean
dessert.
Okay. She gets to pick the dessert, but we're gonna do a starter of what's the most popular?
Definitely the biscuits that we're known for. We make it fresh in house. And we also have the fried and tomato BLT stack, which is another wonderful option because you get pimento cheese and lemon frisee salad, pork belly, so it adds a lot of flavor.
We don't eat pork.
Oh, okay. So that's thank you for letting me know that. So then I would also recommend that we have the Big Dipper. I know it says chorizo, but we could take that out, add extra toast as well. It's like a nice dip with some spinach and all a white cheese sauce.
Okay.
But if you want to keep it easy with the biscuits, I definitely recommend those.
So, okay, I'm surprised the skillet cornbread wasn't among them.
Yeah, it's because it has bacon in it.
Oh, they can't take that out then.
No,
Okay.
that's unfortunately.
Okay, so Michaela, do you want the biscuits or do you want the Big Dipper?
Or we have deviled eggs as well.
Or I guess they could take the pork belly off the BLT then, right?
Yeah, we can.
I mean, it's the I'm sorry, but the bacon or the pork belly is like the whole thing with the BLT. So I kind of like maybe not.
All those flavors with the tomato jam.
Oh, okay.
Tomato and everything. So if you want to go with that, that would be a good option.
I think I'm gonna do the biscuit.
All right, so we're gonna do the biscuits. We'll still get a dessert,
Okay.
and then we're still gonna decide. You guys don't do like specials, do you?
Oh, yes, actually we do. We have two specials.
Okay.
One of them is going to be a sweet tea braised short rib, which is my favorite. You get a piece of meat, which is a nice size, some mashed potatoes underneath with that, sauce around the plate. It's lovely. There's a ton of flavor. We have mushrooms, garlic, and it's all beef as well, so you have nothing to worry about. But it's very tender. I can eat it any day.
Yeah, anything braised.
It's wonderful. But we also have a duck confit gumbo. So that one has some duck. A nice
My daughter knows I like
juice.
duck, so I'm over here
Oh.
like,
No
okay.
shame in that. No shame in
No.
that. But so I recommend the short rib for tonight, man. We
You
have
recommend
steak
a
as
short?
well.
Okay,
Yes.
and steak. Okay.
Let me get the brisket fork for us, okay?
All right, thank you. Well, we've got some great choices here. I'm sorry, I interrupted her telling you about a museum. So, but we're going to actually peruse this menu before we get into her interview. So, what are you feeling, my dear?
You made the ribs sound really good.
They
but
are. I don't even doubt that those are good.
Okay. Well, I will take a look.
I'm over here being nosy to police out in the unmarked car. Well, so obviously they have some classics. I'm gonna actually, in my own brain, pick some real quick. And the reason why I'm doing this is, hey, it's spring break and my family has been through a lot. So when I created Love Inspired Teach You, it was originally a blog and it was originally designed to inspire people to find their inner light. And I still do that with businesses and individuals when I do the coaching, but also just to like keep people inspired to continue to push through difficult times. If you followed the podcast or you follow me on social media, whether it's on my Facebook, on my Instagram, on my, I do have Twitter or TikTok or Snapchat, or I'm on practically all the channels. I really enjoy YouTube, I have to say, though. It's been fun getting better at that. But if you followed, you know that I lost my grandmother. And today, for whatever reason, the grief was hitting me really hard. Um, because I would have visited her during spring break. It's like the one time I could bring my kids to hang out with her. Um, Sorry. It's been like this kind of most of today because I think it started with a Facebook memory of me and her. And I think I didn't have my kids at the time I went to visit her. Um, so that was hard. And then the house caught fire, and it was really bad. So we had to find a new place. And throughout this time, someone asked me when the fire happened, and I just realized yesterday marked a full month since the fire.
On the bright side, we do get to pick out. On the bright side, we do get to pick out new stuff, and like we just found a good place to stay that we may or may not be staying. Staying to seems pretty certain, and also just things seem to be turning up. I'll get
Wasn't done.
Oh,
I love that my daughter jumps in. I wasn't quite done. So anyway, I was trying to give you a recap of leading up to spring break, and I'm glad. I think she picked that up from me. We do silver linings in our family. So anyway, the fire, and then on top of that, we almost had our dog taken away from us, um, and that was after the funeral. And for me, that dog experience, that was another like trauma. Even though I handled it well, if you caught my Facebook, and quite a few people did apparently, I was really hurt by that. So if you know me though, like yes, I may be crying, but I hate crying. There's no. If you've followed me long enough, you know there's no crying in baseball. Like it's not. It was not encouraged. And in fact, my son today, what did Jules tell me? He doesn't. It's just that he doesn't like to see me cry. Now that's a little different than being told not to cry or stop crying. But I know that was what it was for him, right? Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't like to see me cry. And I had to tell him that it was okay. I needed to get these emotions out. And I had to remind him that he really appreciated when I let him feel his emotions. So, all that to say, the importance of us having spring break as our topic and talking and keeping it spicy is just that, hey, all this is going on around us. And spring break is so important as a reset that we're going to do all the things people probably think we shouldn't do, right? So what have we done so far? And she's gotten into it, so I'm going to kick it back to Michaela only if she's made a decision about what she wants to have, because I know what I was leaning towards.
I'll
actually
just get the short rib. It sounds really good.
Okay, so I honestly have this feeling that we could probably share, if I remember correctly, with the portions, but we're not doing that because this is a treat for us because I found this housing, it's interesting because I set a certain date and a goal, and we could have moved today. If I really pushed it, we could have moved. And I had said, I'm getting us a new place by Tuesday because if you follow, we've been having issues at the hotel. Um, and I'm proud of myself because finding a place amongst all the different things going on in a relatively short amount of time, like I only just started like really looking at listings after the original plan fell through maybe 3 or 4 days ago. um I'm gonna give myself more credit. It was maybe like 4 days ago. I looked at a couple of places. Actually, I take that back. I went last weekend, so it's been a full week. So last weekend I just like looked at one place. This week, um every time a spot came up I went and looked right away. But the spot that I really wanted decided they weren't doing short-term leases. There was another spot that's like still back burner. I haven't told that guy that we found the place just yet. He was really chill, really nice. Um, but down the street from him, I found a townhome, and I thought it was gonna be great. It had a big yard, but the outside was meh. A friend of mine came with me to look at it, and he seemed like I think he thought it was nice too. And I showed the kids, and they liked it. But they were giving me a hard time about the short-term lease. So yesterday morning, in my email box, there was a spot, and I'm like, I'm gonna apply for this one, but I don't like to overwhelm myself, so I'll limit to like maybe 3 more. They're like, you can come by and see it today. Saw it, and yes, thank you. My biscuits are. Did you decide what you're eating?
Yeah, I said it.
Oh yeah, she did. Okay, so anyway, they're like, you can move in today if you wanted to. We did well in our interview, and today the lease was signed, and we are officially not gonna be stuck in a hotel anymore. I'm sorry, it was fun for a while, but for me, I'll let Michaela speak about her experience. For me, I'm over it. I'm over it. This area is cool. It's kind of nice, but it's also a little overwhelming. Um, and so I'm gonna kick it to my daughter and let her recap what she had already told y'all, but also tell you why this spring break is different than any of our other spring breaks too. Okay? And you can tell them about your biscuits and if the hype lives up to the hype.
I already tried a little bit. It's good. It's soft. I'll get into that later. Then since let me pick that up. Give me a sec.
Oh,
Thank you.
why is everything? Oh, my purse is upside down.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. So, anyways, since we were already on the topic, moving out of the hotel, I'll start with that. So I think it was great that we found a new house. About the hotel. So now you may think, obviously, I'm pretty sure anyone would say, would you rather live in a hotel or your home? Your home. I think that's a pretty easy decision. But living in a hotel does have its perks. Like, it's still a comfortable place to stay. We have housekeeping. We're not doing the best on that. So they come in and keep our place clean. We've got a breakfast buffet. We'll miss the breakfast buffet.
I don't cook a good breakfast.
No, you do. I'm just saying it's easier to go. I'm just saying it's easier to go.
Just messing with you.
But so it was nice while it lasted, and being in a hotel is nice, don't get me wrong, but also when you're in a hotel for like a month, I had a lot of fun there. There's the pool and the, as I already said, the breakfast buffet. Yeah.
Those are your favorites.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
do
but
the best and the worst of it. So it sounds like those are the best. Is the breakfast and the housekeeping? What's the best parts of being in a hotel?
The best parts of being in the hotel are definitely breakfast buffet. Chocolate chips on your waffles was already ready in there for you. Awesome. And probably the pool. I didn't go there as much as my brother did. He wanted to go there every night. but I thought that it was really fun. We could stay in there for hours. It was out late, so we could go like pretty much whatever time. Um, I'd say the worst. The house having housekeeping was nice. The worst parts. So a hotel isn't very big, so you didn't have much of your own space. It was still okay because we had our relative sections, but it is nice to have your own more personal spaces to say. And there's just like not as much space to roam around in general. Well, now we have more space. Now that we're going into another house, there's more space for stuff. I um, so you've probably already heard of this, but housekeeping did complain about like the dog and stuff, so that was pretty iffy. And then like the valet, having valet is nice, but also at the same time it's expensive and it takes them a while to get our car down. So
Not always.
oh, not always, but it's never certain. It's obviously faster to have like a designated parking spot where you can just walk out to your car.
Okay, I'm gonna jump in. All right, so I would say for me, the best part that I was closer to my kids' school, and that in an ideal world, it does make our commute easier, even though we still struggle to get to school on time. That's just the nature of like how our mornings go. And I'm not really a morning person, but I'm up, so it always baffles me that I am up and like there's ample time and we're still struggle mode. We've made it on time though before, a few times, not always. And then I thought Michaela was actually gonna say one of the best parts was like the area we're in. There's so much to see and do. So for me, it's like a pro and a con because in my long career, I've done a lot of things and I've been around a lot of types of people. And if you know anything about River North, it's mostly like rich people, let's face it. And like where we're staying in a hotel, we're encountering a lot of out of towners or tourists. So I love seeing the dynamics and it's been interesting. And there's a lot of great specials that I've taken advantage of. Actually, I haven't been going to Bally's enough to get my points to win the Porsche.
Wait,
But
we
that's
can win
okay.
a Porsche?
There's 3 Porsches they're raffling on this Saturday. Anyway,
Porsche?
yeah, both of the kids want that, but I'm like, I think you have to pay the taxes if you win. I don't know.
You.
But regardless, it is nice, but it's bittersweet for me because it reminds me of like going to Joe's crab place with my dad, like times with my family, which is
Okay.
yes, and she knows what she wants, and I know what I want.
Yeah, I'll pick the short rib you recommended.
Oh, the short rib for you already.
I'm gonna go with the duck gumbo.
The duck. All right.
Yeah, you didn't want a side or anything with that?
Mac and cheese, Brussels sprouts.
Sounds like
that.
Okay. All right, so now you know what we're eating. And I also have to say, the best part of it is like, given everything that's happened, there has been some of the pressure relieved for me because like the hotel extended our stay, so I didn't have to. They didn't actually have availability beyond the initial. I was hoping to have us out of there in like a week or two. Didn't happen. And once they said they extended us for a couple more weeks, it took some of the pressure away from me having to like be in a mad dash scramble. So that was the best part for me, is like knowing my family is safe, secure, and that I can get them to and from school, take care of all the things that are on my plate that are urgent related to the fire, but also things that were urgent that still were happening prior to the fire. Like I'm talking like court dates and filings and documents and all that. The worst part for me though is that it's the cost, because okay, my house caught on fire. My finances were already like, as a business owner who's now going all in, my finances were already like a whole. Any business owner knows it's like a balancing act. So then for this to happen and these unexpected expenses to keep coming up, and my friends have been absolutely amazing. So thank you again, friends. I try to be thankful and express gratitude frequently, and I have to do it again because the ups and downs of this have been rough. Because as you all know, I've also been experiencing grief. Not just losing my home, but losing my grandmother was way more important than any of this. So I guess that leads me to spring break. I always knew for spring break, I was like, oh, the kids have spring break. It's supposed to be our time together. And unfortunately, I also knew it was the best time for us to move because it would be less impact to them, their school routine, if I could get us even more stabilized. So I'm glad I hit my goal when it came to that. And I guess I'm going to kind of pause and turn it to Michaela and ask you, like, as far as the fires, you weren't there, but how, thankfully, yes. How are you feeling going into spring break, knowing there was a fire, and how has the fire impacted you?
Going into spring break, I'm pretty sure we were already going to do a staycation. And the fire, getting to stay in a hotel was actually pretty great because hey, we may not be in a different place, and maybe
Like
we live in,
city-wise, you mean?
yeah, but like, there's, it makes it feel more like a vacation experience, and also it kind of reminds you there's so much to see and do in Chicago, whether you're from out of town or a local. Um, some things, even if you've already done them, can feel new if you haven't done them in a while, and there's always something. For the fire itself, I think it was pretty stressful. I don't think it impacted was as stressful for me as it was for you. But it was stressful, like some aspects of it, like having everyone on edge. And I don't like to see you stressed. I know it happens. Like I get stressed.
What do you mean everyone on edge? Who's everyone?
Well, mainly you. Jules was actually fine. He does not.
He was actually a little stressed.
He was?
The day of. Yeah, your brother was really upset.
No. Yeah, that's understandable. I feel like
he bounces back pretty fast though.
Yeah, I feel like things feel bigger in the moment, and even like right now, things are still difficult and a lot. But I think we're getting through it, and everything from where we're standing, and I know it's gonna be okay.
Okay, and then actually, I was gonna say. All right, so I think she kind of answered that and got some insights on how her brother was doing. So we're gonna pause so I can tell y'all I forgot to order a drink today. So I think Yardbird. Let's just talk about Yardbird because we're here. Is known for whiskey, and so I am going to try something that has the whiskey in it. Bless your heart just sounds good to me.
Can I have the green giant? Just juice.
Yes, I suppose. We're celebrating.
What do you think about it? We do have the Yardbird Old Fashioned, if you want to try that out. Or...
Is that pretty popular?
Yes. But we did also just change the menu as well. So we added a new whiskey business, which is wonderful. There's also
I don't like wild turkey bourbon. I was thinking about trying this velvet blackberry bourbon.
Oh, that one's wonderful.
Okay.
You should 100% go for that one because we clarify it too, so it has a velvety, definitely smooth taste.
All right, let me do that.
All right. And I'm sorry, I have bad news. I just talked to the chef. We're not able to do a combo without the sausage. So there's pork in it. But I do recommend the next best thing, get the chicken, the Llewellyn fried chicken, because we are known for this chicken. It's brined for 27 hours, you get half a bird and mashed potatoes and a salad with that, so it evens out the dish.
Okay, I'm over here like, look, life has been rough. I might have to make an exception. I used to eat pork a while back. I'm half Filipino. I'm supposed to be eating pork, you know?
What do we think about? You want to stick with the duck gumbo then for tonight?
I try to stick to my guns. If I said I wasn't gonna do it, I said. Okay, so that over the shrimp and grits, you would say. It is, but it is called Yardbird, right?
Yes, you already know. But the shrimp and grits do have sausage as well, actually.
Okay, so between New Orleans, the fried chicken, and the Nashville hot chicken, how hot is the Nashville hot one?
The Nashville definitely has it's an 8
It has
out of
some
10.
kick.
It definitely has a kick to
Okay,
it.
yep, we're gonna go with New Orleans fine fried
All
chicken.
right,
That's
no
the
worries.
decision. Thank you. So sad, but that's what happens when you don't eat pork anymore.
And we have gumbo at home. It will not be
We
the
just
same.
had gumbo, so I was kind of like I shouldn't, but because he said duck, my ears went. Um, so I will also say that this experience has taught my family, like the past few months has taught my family a lot of resilience, because we didn't even touch on the fact like the whole car situation has been dumb, but we have the car back, so that's a win.
Makes it
And that
much easier.
it happened during this time frame because I was just like I can't keep going in the Ubers and everything. Like it was adding up, and it was just like time to just suck it up and get the car back. So we were able to do that, and I'm gonna shout out again. Huge shout out to American Red Cross today. Like they keep checking in on us, and I'm the type that doesn't like help. And then they were like asking me something about housing, and I was like, yeah, actually I did find something. They were like, send us this and we'll help, and I'm like, why not? And honestly, like I've been waiting and checking the mail religiously, um, and Red Cross just gave me breathing room. And I'm sorry, I'm so emotional today, guys. But we needed that. Like I had to tell my son no like 50,000 times. It felt like today. If you watched me on my pop up live, there was a gentleman when we went to the Starbucks roast, the world's largest Starbucks today, which I think is a highlight for me, at least.
Definitely.
Even
It was so
she's
awesome.
jumping in as like.
We can get into that once we go over spring break officially.
No, it's part of spring break, but I'm just saying like the the reason why I brought up Starbucks and our experience there, and I'll let Michaela say whatever she wants to. There was a gentleman who heard me like give my kids a very tiny budget. I was just like, look, we can do this, but we really came here just to live the experience through visual and touch, like not direct experience. Like they're gonna get a tiny taste bit, but experience. This gentleman, bless his heart, um, this good Samaritan was like, I heard what you were saying to your kids, and I'm financially in a position that I want to help if you'll allow me, and I'm sorry. He's so apologetic for overhearing, and y'all know me, I don't care. Um, but he definitely brought tears, and I had to get myself together, and I was just like, thank you. And I didn't get to give him another thank you when we left, but we definitely utilized it for what he intended.
Um, he was really nice, and I'm really happy that he did that because is actually going to the largest Starbucks in the world. Probably one of the best experiences of my life. It was super fun. I got this. Oh, it had a really long name, but I believe, if I can remember properly, it was the butterfly pea flower tea citrus foam experience. Yeah, something like that. Some really long name. But it was an experience. Um, so basically, you get three things. You get a cup. They even give you a nice square ice cube that's really cool of lemonade. You get like it's kind of shaped like this pot right here. I don't know if you can see it.
Just turn it back around.
Wanted some a little bit smaller and like longer than
Just go to
that.
YouTube. It's on YouTube.
Yeah. Of some
Or
butterfly
Instagram,
pea
one of those.
flower tea, which is like a pretty specialty tea. That is like the artificial blue, but it's actually fully natural, which I think is really cool. It's like a light, sweet taste. And then you get some citrus cold foam. You get to pour the tea into the lemonade and watch the lemonade change colors from yellow to purple. And then you add cold foam, and it was fun, it was cool, and it was delicious. So that was awesome. And we also got to look at like cups and exclusive merches and stuff like that.
And that was just today. We had some play dates. Like, can you tell she's my daughter? Like, she has. I love my daughter because she reminds me of me. She loves reading. She doesn't mind jumping in. If you didn't hear already, my daughter won the science fair at her school, and she represented that city, and she got her trophy. She didn't move to the next level which would have taken her champagne, but I'm super proud of her. And the way her presentation skills continue to carry through, because I think that is what helped her get to science fair. But when I say we're going to talk about interesting things, so I have to say there were some ups and downs of going to the Children's Museum for us, but we got through all of those because my friends were like, "TeMeka, you're doing so much," but they still want to hang with me and support me. And we forced a couple of play dates. And this last play date, not only did we go to the library, the museum, but we also had a swim date too. And it turned into a sleepover. So I think the kickoff to their spring break, like I don't have anything specific planned. I had goals and I'm hitting those goals. But if you know me, you know I prefer a plan and a calendar. So this is a little out of my comfort zone to just have to free flow with it. And I don't get me wrong, we kind of did Paris that way. Um, we had like our top 3 things that we wanted to do, and we didn't even get to all of our top 3, but we had to flex it. And I think I'm getting a little better at doing that.
What were our top 3 again?
Eiffel Tower.
That did that. Awesome.
We were supposed to try to hit London in the bullet train, and then the Louvre, which we did see the Louvre.
Everything except London.
So we will get a trip in at some point. It's just it really didn't make sense after the house caught fire.
It will happen eventually, but now is not the time.
But we're good at staycation now. We're good at exploring our own city. So what more do we want to say about spring break?
It's been super fun. Like we said, Children's Museum. Like, well, for you with the Children's Museum, what were the downs and then what were the ups?
I think we've been there so many times that for me it was more navigating personalities and preferences. Like each kid wanted to do something different, and we were on a very, I wouldn't say tight time schedule, but it was limited because we didn't get there till the afternoon. We decided to walk there from the parking spot that I found. I was having challenges with the stupid parking thing, so I wasn't fully shocked at the ticket, which now I have to handle that so there's no more boots on the car. But I think for me, anytime it's like last minute and we're trying to squeeze a lot into a short amount of time, that's a con. And I will say that whatever they're doing staffing wise or like rule wise, they're being really sticklers, and we were having a little bit of a hard time with that. But the pro is like it's beautiful there. It was a gorgeous day. I think everyone did end up getting to do a little bit of what they wanted to do. Yeah, and I think it was good that we went again since we're leaving the hotel. And in hindsight, I'm glad we went. We had literally gone the weekend before. So the spring break experience, I was a little nervous that it'd be overcrowded, and it wasn't that bad.
I think it was really fun. I do agree with the navigating personalities. It's like our family and Jazz's family, we're different, and we have different dynamics, personalities, etc. But I had a lot of fun there. Like the Tinker Lab was definitely a highlight. We got to make a lot of fun things both times we were there. One with school, one without.
I don't know if it matters.
The first time we got to go on the climbing thing.
This is our car.
Even though we've been there quite a few times,
It
and
doesn't say it anymore.
I still think there's a lot of
Okay.
there's a lot to see and a lot to do.
Thank you.
So yeah, I think it was pretty awesome.
So my question to you for spring break wise, because we're wrapping up soon pretty much. I'd let y'all see our food. Maybe that's when I'll wait. So, but what else would you like to do during spring break? And if you had to end spring break right now, how would you? If like spring break ended right now, how would you feel about your spring break experience?
I say for the second one, I'd say it's been a pretty good experience. and it's been fun. And we would be ending it on a good note, like just found a house. But what was the first one?
What else do you want to do for spring break?
What else I want to do? I'm not actually sure. I've thought too much about that.
She's just her and her girlfriend have a whole thing they want to do.
Oh yeah. So for me and my friend, I won't use her name because I'm not sure if she's okay with that. Let's just call her Z. Me and my friend Z, we want to go do this backpack making session. That's at the super cool cafe. I've actually.
Oh, I got fried chicken. That looks yummy.
But it's at this cafe that looks so it's a 3D cafe. It's something that you can actually go to, sit down, eat regular food. But everything except for the food looks like a cartoon. Like it looks like it's straight out of a cartoon. And then the experience we want to do is that you go in there. I'm not sure if food's included, but then you get to make your own cartoonish backpack. And I think that sounds really fun.
All right, so our food's here. We're going to wrap up a little early today, even though we did go 40 minutes, so that you can see part of our spring break experiences, celebrating the wins. This is the food they're known for, the fried chicken. Michaela's is a special, in case you were listening. And what I want to leave you all with is, I know lifing or adulting can be hard, and the kids and I were talking about it. And we had a great shopping experience with one of our new friends from staying at the hotel that we're at. And shout out to the hotel. Okay, so yeah, I've had some challenges, but they actually are partnered with some amazing groups that help others. And there's a sense of community there. When we go down to breakfast or when we go to social hour Wednesdays, that sense of community is so key. So one of our new friends, we went and took her shopping, and I told her, I was like, it's dangerous with me, I'm good at it. She's like, TeMeka, when I go with you, now I know I have to have a set budget.
Yeah, we got some pretty cool stuff before we log off. Can I show them?
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna taste while
if
she's
If you don't know, Joanne is closing. Yeah,
Joanne's is liquidating. Joanne's Fabric and Crafts.
What's liquidating mean?
Selling everything off to make it money, get money to make up for whatever debt they have.
Okay, well, Joanne's liquidating. I feel like they could have dropped their prices lower, but
They will. But they have to try to recoup as much money as possible because they're in debt and they owe people money.
Okay. Well, I got I go to an art school and I'm making a zine. If you don't know, just think of it as a mini comic book. Look it up if you like. It's super cool. But anyways, I needed some watercolors, so we went there and got that for less than $15, like 60 something stuff. And then there are these really nice pens. They're called Stabilo. I've always had my eye on these, but they are pretty pricey. Less than $1 for each of them. Great purchase, no regrets on this. Except, Stabilo, if you ever watch this, make your purple actually purple. I didn't want blue. I wanted purple.
All right. So, yeah, it's unfortunate that so many businesses are still impacted by the pandemic. But I do want to shout out, because I usually try to shout out a nonprofit. So obviously American Red Cross got their shout out. Shout out to my daughter's school, Marwin, which is a nonprofit art school. Check them out. Support them. And thank you to anyone who's offered words of encouragement, because I don't give my Facebook friends enough shout outs. So thank you for your support. My Instagram friends as well. And anyone who's watching the replay, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, ring the bell. And if you're on the other, you know what you're supposed to do. You already know. I always tell you guys, do all the things. Just do all the things. And don't forget to tune in. I pushed it back in case you didn't realize. Dr. Gene Chapman, I did not get a chance to meet with his granddaughter, so we could do her part of that special. So there will be flyers. There will be a whole rollout for that one. So we're just going to kind of keep going with the flow with these podcasts. And I love y'all. That's what I got for spring break edition of LITE Firestarters. Tune in next week at 5:30. You can always get tickets if you want to come in person on Ticket Falcon and on Eventbrite. And if you don't want to come in person, you can always watch on YouTube, Instagram, and also my LinkedIn. So thank you again so much for tuning in. Have a great evening, and we're going to enjoy our yard bird.
See you.
Bye. Mwah.